BIT Trust. Our patrons, Dr. Arun Arora sir, Director BIT Durg, Dr. Mohan Gupta sir, Principal BIT Durg, Dr. Manisha Sharma ma'am, Vice Principal BIT Durg, our convener for Startup Club, Dr. Shubhrata Nagpal ma'am, our advisor, Dr. Satyavardhan Tiwari sir, our session coordinator, Professor Shubham Dashore sir, Startup Club Coordinator Professor Rajkumar Singh sir and our Startup Club faculty members Professor Alok Kumar sir, Professor Pushpendra Singh sir and Professor Vinita Gupta madam. Startup Club aims to create the next generation of industry leaders and entrepreneurs by providing them with necessary guidance and a platform full of opportunities to make their startup dreams come true. Now, I would request convener of Startup Club, Shubhrata Nagpal ma'am, to address this session. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Muskan. Again, a very good afternoon to all of you. Respected Dr. Manisha Sharma ma'am, Shri Manas Ramji, our speaker, Shubham Dashoreji, today's session in charge, my dear faculty
Actually,
members.
ma'am, you are not so audible.
Okay, now,
Yes, ma'am, now it's fine.
okay, now it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Muskan. A very good afternoon to all of you again. Respected Dr. Manisha Sharma ma'am, Shri Manas Ramji, our speaker, Shri Shubham Dashore sir, today's session coordinator, my dear faculty members from BIT as well as from outside the BIT, and above all my dear students. आज का ये हमारा सेशन 2021-22 के लिए फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम है और ये प्रोग्राम हम टेक्नोविज के अंडर कर रहे हैं जो कि AICTE स्पाइस स्कीम के अंडर आता है। और जैसा कि आप सब जानते हैं कि किसी भी सेशन की या किसी भी प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत कुछ बहुत ही अच्छे से करनी चाहिए, जैसा बोलते हैं कुछ मीठा हो जाए। तो यहाँ पर हमने सोचा कुछ ऐसा टॉपिक लें जिसके बिना, मतलब आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है इसके बिना बाकी सभी आने वाले सेशंस और जो हमने पहले के सेशंस कराए हैं सभी अधूरे हैं, सभी वर्थलेस हैं। क्योंकि यदि हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को ह्यूमन वैल्यूज ह्यूमन वैल्यूज के बारे में नहीं सिखा पाए, ह्यूमन वैल्यूज बोलने से बच्चों को लगता है कि हम पता नहीं उनको क्या ज्ञान देने वाले हैं या कुछ मेडिटेशन कराएंगे या कुछ ऐसा कुछ सिखाएंगे। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। ह्यूमन वैल्यूज और एथिक्स जो है आपके, वो आपकी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ, पर्सनल लाइफ, स्टूडेंट लाइफ, एकेडमिक्स, हर जगह पल पल आपके साथ रहते हैं। तो हमारा ये जो सेशन है, हमने इसी सेशन से अपने 2021-22 के प्रोग्राम्स की शुरुआत कर रहे हैं। एंड आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू मानस सर। मैंने एक्चुअली मानस सर के बहुत से प्रोग्राम अटेंड किए और जब मैंने उनका प्रोग्राम अटेंड किया तो मुझे लगा कि मेरे स्टूडेंट्स, मेरी फैकल्टी उनका एक प्रोग्राम जरूर अटेंड करें। और सर ने हमारे इनविटेशन को स्वीकार किया और आज सर हमारे साथ यहाँ पर हैं। सो ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ BIT मैं सर को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगी। और जैसे मैंने बहुत से यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यूज पे प्रोग्राम अटेंड किए हैं, मैं भी उनकी मेंटर हूँ, टीचर हूँ। तो आज मुझे बहुत ही खुशी हो रही है कि मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स के लिए इस टॉपिक पे प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज कर रही हूँ। और ह्यूमन वैल्यूज के बारे में मैं एक शब्द कहना चाहूंगी कि ईश्वर कहता है, तू करता वही है जो तू चाहता है, तू करता वही है जो तू चाहता है, पर होता वही है जो मैं चाहता हूँ। ईश्वर कहता है, तू करता वही है जो तू चाहता है, पर होता वही है जो मैं चाहता हूँ। तो तू वही कर जो मैं चाहता हूँ, तू वही कर जो मैं चाहता हूँ, फिर होगा वही जो तू चाहता है, फिर होगा वही जो तू चाहता है। तो ये लाइंस मैं इसलिए कह रही हूँ कि यदि हम वही कर रहे हैं जो ईश्वर चाहता है, जो हमारे पेरेंट्स चाहते हैं, जो हमारे गुरु चाहता है, हमारे टीचर्स चाहते हैं, तो इसका मतलब है कि हम ऑलरेडी ह्यूमन वैल्यूज को फॉलो कर रहे हैं, हम ह्यूमन वैल्यूज को फॉलो कर रहे हैं। So on behalf of BIT Dur, again I welcome you all in this session। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आज मानस सर के इस सेशन से हम बहुत कुछ लेकर जाएंगे। थैंक यू। जय भारत, जय छत्तीसगढ़। थैंक यू सो मच। ओवर टू मुस्कान।
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. We are here to have a wonderful session on human values. Today we have with us Mr. Manas Ram. Sir is an art of living facilitator, a certified cognitive behavioral therapist, and a life coaching expert. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Well, I would like to begin with a brief introduction of Sir. Sir has been volunteering and facilitating personality development and youth programs using the techniques of mind management, yoga, and meditation for over 10 years. Also, Sir is a Google certified digital marketing analytic. Also, Sir has a degree of bachelor's in technology and he currently lives in Hyderabad. Sir has conducted mind management sessions in premium institutions across the world like UC Berkeley, United Nations, University of Sydney, ISB, and IITs, and several universities across the globe. Sir has a huge experience of teaching courses to a wide range of audience that include Indian Army, Navy officials, IAS officials, professors, students from across the country. We welcome you, sir. And during the session, if anyone have questions regarding discussion, you can ask directly to sir by turning your microphone at the end of the event, or you can also put your questions in the chat box too. And now, sir, now I request Manas sir to begin the session. So,
Sir will be with us in a moment. So, meanwhile, it would be a great thing if all of us can turn on our cameras.
I think some technical issues with Manas sir.
I think the internet just dropped off. If the weather is quite tricky here. Can you all hear me? सब लोग मुझे सुन सकते हो?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you, Muskan, for that beautiful introduction that you gave. You also very nicely said you can ask questions to sir directly in the chat, and you can ask him. Please ask me easy questions. Okay. So, jokes apart, coming straight to the point, I want to ask you something. Can you all respond to me in chat, or can you unmute? Can you say something? Okay. So what I understand that the topic of today's session is human values. The question to you is, what does it mean to be human? एक इंसान या एक मानव रहना या होना, इसका अर्थ क्या है? What does it mean to be human? हाँ, go for it. Humanity and peace. Okay, Tushar says. Okay, Himanshu says love. Raviji says awareness. Okay. Truth. Having empathy is being human. Okay. You know, literally, if you Google harmony, yes, hacker game Neeraj, having patience is being human. Beautiful. Caring and sharing is being human. Very nice. We can't chug the whole Coca-Cola by ourselves. Ravi Chakji has to share his, isn't it? Beautiful. Thinking, very nice, David. Beautiful answer. Thinking. To think is to be human. I wonder if animals think, isn't it? Beautiful. What else? Positive mindset and intentions are being human. Beautiful. Having a smile is human. Wow. Vinita ji says being sensitive to all. Very nice. Very nice. How do you lower this hand? Okay. So, being responsible, Muskan says, thank you for responsibly introducing me, Muskan. Being responsible is human. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Okay. Now, my next question to all of you is, you have typed all these, right? So, are you a human or not? So, do you think you are a human or not? How many of you think you are? How many of you type yes? How many of you types no? How many of you think I'm doubtful? Do I have all of them in me or no? Kinda. Okay. Himanshu says, of course, man. I'm the most generous person in my college. Oh God, somebody's. I don't want to comment on that. Vishwadeep. We will wait for time to take its course.
Hello.
Aishwarya says she's human. Okay. Depends on a particular situation. Mahapatra. Okay. Irrespective of the situation, if you can be kind, then you are a Mahapatra.
Hello.
Yes, Neeraj. Hello. Pehchan kaun? Can someone mute him? Is that possible?
आवाज नहीं सही आ रही सर.
आपका फोन में आवाज बढ़ाओ नीरज. Increase the volume.
आवाज नहीं सही आ रही.
Okay.
Okay. Type 2 times.
You know that is what our conscience tells. I am shouting in the heart, saying, be kind, be peaceful, be pleasant, be nice, keep smiling, have empathy, share what you have. But we say, I can't hear you. Hello? I can't hear you. Hello? You get 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh rupees salary, and suddenly the conscience says you should share. Then we say, hello, I can't hear you. What's happening? Can you mute yourself, please? Isn't it? Mhm. Mhm. So, yeah. I think very beautifully all of us have summarized being kind, being compassionate, being loving, having empathy, being sensitive, loving, caring, sharing, smiling. All these things is what that makes us human. And one someone beautifully said to think also makes us human. An animal never thinks. An animal wakes up, it knows that it needs to do something, it goes, it fulfills its carnal necessities like eating, like taking care of its son, daughter, or its species, and then reproducing more and more, and then it passes away. Whereas a human being is much more than his carnal desires. Don't you all agree with me? Yes, no? Right? And that is what, and that is where the very idea of value system comes. Because if human beings also went to only carnal desires, then the idea of value system itself doesn't come. You see, because human beings want to be something more than their basic necessities, something just more than uh, living, something more than reproducing, something more than just eating. That is the reason why a value system has come in the first place. Have you realized this? It is because there are 100 people and we have limited resources. If one person takes all the 100, we won't like it. That is why we must be sensitive. Somebody said we must be sensitive. You know, in the world, often sensitivity is a very misunderstood thing. Okay, since all of us are young, I'm assuming Ravi ji is young at heart. Shubhrata ji is the youngest participant in this call, right? So, you know, what it is or what does it mean to be sensitive? I'll tell you. Often people think being sensitive means being emotional. Somebody said something and then we start crying. You know, in Hindi there's a saying, na Ganga behne lag gayi iske aankh mein. You know, whereas sensitivity literally means being present, being available, being empathetic to the present moment. It could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be an event, it could be anything, but just being available, being present in the present moment is what is called sensitive. Example, you are in a queue, okay, you are in a queue and you realize there is an elderly lady standing behind you. You are quite young, right? All of us are probably 18, 19, 20, 21. Now if you are not sensitive enough and you say, madam aap pehle jao, you go, you finish, buy the ticket, come back, or buy your food, come back, it's okay, I can wait for 2 minutes extra. Are you going to lose anything in 2 minutes? But for that lady, standing for extra 2 minutes might mean a lot. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is what it means to be sensitive. And you tell me, if there are how many ever young people here, all of you, you tell me, do you like it when somebody is arrogant?
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Isn't it? We don't like it. No as hell, sure, right? But how can we be then? Have you realized it? Pratyush says never, right? So everybody loves a sensitive person, not emotionally sensitive, sensitive to the environment and people around them. And this is the skill to leadership also. See, when you understand what a human being is, the entire pursuit of human life is to make the life better. Any of you here tell me, are you studying to make your life worse? Are you studying to make your life sad? Are you studying to make your life miserable? No. Studies is probably making you miserable, but don't catch me for it. But are you doing it to become miserable? No. Chamak raha hai na? Can you type yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the whole idea of a human being's life, the entire pursuit of a human being's life is to discover happiness, is to discover purpose, is to discover freedom. But the problem is our values are misplaced. What? Our values are misplaced. I want happiness. I know happiness is inside, but I look for it outside. I want freedom from everything, but I want to own more and more and more objects that bring more comfort, and more comfort makes me more dependent rather than independent. One ask someone who is used to sleeping in an AC for the past 18 years, suddenly take AC away from their life. Do you think they'll feel very free from inside? Put them in a room where it's sultry. Chamak Rainam, are you getting what I'm saying? The idea of human life is to discover this freedom inside that all of us are looking for. Some of us say, I want financial freedom. Some of us say, I want emotional freedom. Some of us say, I want freedom from my own thoughts. Some of us say, I want freedom from physical diseases. Isn't it? Inevitably, somewhere, all of us are looking for freedom. When this idea of freedom is misplaced, मतलब हम सोचते हैं मुझे कुछ मिल जाएगा उसके बाद मैं free हो जाऊंगा. I'm going to get something and that day I'm going to be free. That will never happen. You don't believe me? You know, people think after they get a lot of money they'll be free. You talk to any, you look at any billionaire's life. You think they are ruling the money or money is ruling them? You will understand how many of their decisions are being ruled by the amount of money that comes in and comes out of their life, their stockholders' life, and their company's life. Are you getting it? So the whole idea of freedom lies inside, and an insensitive person can never experience that freedom. Why as a 19-year-old or why as an 18-year-old or why as a professor I need to be sensitive? Because until and unless you are sensitive, until and unless you understand the situation around you, how can you respond? Otherwise, we are like remotes. Tuck, 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 people will press, we become angry. Tuck, 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 people will press, you become sad. Right? But if you want to be a leader in life, if you want to be a human being in life, see, I'll tell you something. Are you all listening to me? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, since the time we were born, right? Since the time we were born, they said first they said kuchi kuchi, say something, kochi, say ma, say papa, say amma, something they said, isn't it? Then you said something, God knows what they understood. You said ah, they understood pa. You said ta, they understood chu, something they understood. Okay. Then came, you started speaking words and said do this, do that. Then few more years they said go do this, go do. All your life people have been telling us do this, do that, do this, do that. How many of you agree with me? Can you type yes in the chat? Yes, no? How many of us agree to the fact that people have been telling us do this, do this, do that, do this, don't do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that? Isn't it so? It's like what do you say, japa, isn't it? You know, the funny part is even we are like that. I want to do this, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else, I don't want to do something else. Are you getting it? My question to you is, are you human doings or are you human beings? When will you be? When will you just be? We are so interested in going on doing something or not doing something else that we forget to be who we are. चमक रहा है ना Mentos? Is it lighting up? Are you getting that? Oh yeah, actually even right now while listening to me you are probably wanting to do something else. Probably some of you are just putting the screen in front and doing something else. Probably some of you have it in the ears and in the eyes. Your phone is doing something else. Your finger is sliding. Are you getting it? Why? Because we are in a constant rush to do something. Now the problem with this doer ship, that is you take the ship and put it on your head and say I am going to do it. Now the problem with this attitude is you are so caught up in your own mind, in your own thoughts, in your own passions, in your own ambitions, in your own stress, in your own emotions, in your own relations, in your own interpersonal problems, that you are not present to the situation in front of you. That you are not available to learn. That that you want to postpone everything till the deadline comes, and then you're okay with substandard quality. You don't aim for excellence. At least in the beginning you think you want excellence, but then what happens? Time takes over, life takes over, and then desires take over, and then the mind takes over, and then finally the values that we have set for ourselves drop. The very moment you picked your PhD topic, or the very moment you gave your after your intermediate you gave your exam, you thought, I'm going to give the best for the next 4 years, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to be the number one. Muskan thought, I'm going to win 10 gold medals in 4 years. But then what happened? The very value system that I have set for myself, I have compromised time and again, week and again. Every day I compromise certain amount of values in my own life. Isn't it so? Yes, no, don't you all agree? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the problem is, we want to change this, but we don't find enough strength to change this. Isn't it? We want to change this, but we don't find enough strength to change this. All of us want to have an extraordinary life, but are we ready to do the things that are required to have an extraordinary life? No. We want the dream house. Are we working hard enough for the dream house? No. We are waiting for it to fall in our lap. We are waiting that some dream contract will come to me where I am sitting. They will recognize that I am a civil engineer. They will recognize that I am the world's best computer scientist. And they are going to give me the world's most paying job. And that day I want to build my house. Where? In Palm, Dubai, or in Maldives, or in America, or in India, or in Goa. Somewhere you will want to build. Isn't it so? How many times we wait for luck to change our life? You know, Shubhrata madam very beautifully said in the very beginning, "Tum mera kaam karo, main tumhara kaam karta hu." Isn't it? That's what she said, right? When you do the divine's work, the divine does your work. You know what it simply means? It simply means when you learn to see the neighbor, your classmate, your teacher, when you learn to see them through the eyes of respect, when you say, yes, they have their own problems in life. Not everybody is born with a silver spoon. Not everybody has access to everything. People struggle. People have real struggles. People have real problems. And it is important that I acknowledge that, because in my life, I have faced some problems, isn't it? Anybody here, 35 people, 36 people are there. Anybody here who has never faced a problem? Anybody like that? Any god here will put mala to you, and we'll put like all vibhuti on you, and like we'll put your photograph on the wall behind you. Possible? Not possible. Are you getting what I'm saying? Isn't it? We all have faced problems. Now, the very moment you recognize that, yes, the person next to me also has a problem. Everybody goes through their own share of drama, their own share of issues, their own mental, intellectual and emotional roller coaster. Suddenly what happens inside you? Suddenly, instead of looking down upon them, you look up to them. You say, even against all the odds that they have still reached so far. Suddenly what happens in your heart? You value them more. And when you value somebody more, it is your value that goes up. Isn't it? Don't you want somebody in your life who values who you are for what you are, not for what you do all the time, but for who you really authentically are? How many of us want such a person in our lives who really values us for the very fact that I am, not for all the dramatics that I do? Isn't it? How many of us want such a person in our life? Isn't it? Yes or no? Can you type yes, no? So at least I know. It's anyway, I'm talking to computers. So at least computers can respond saying yes, no. Right? We want someone who values us. We want someone who respects us. We want someone who treats us like a human being. But are we ready to give it back to everybody that comes into our lives? That is the question you must ask yourself today, because those are the exact qualities which make you a human being. You don't believe me? You Google. If you Google the definition of a human, you know what is the second definition that comes up? The first is, of course, homo, which is coming from the root word blah 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 from Greek, and that means you are standing on two legs, having two hands, hopefully two eyes and one nose, whatever. That is the biological anthropomorphic whatever. Okay. So that's not the definition, right? You know what is the second definition? A being who expresses qualities such as kindness, love, compassion is a human being. That means we are somewhere semi. We express love, compassion to people that love us back. Sometimes we don't do that also. What is his status? How can he love me? What does he think about himself? Or what does she think about? Isn't it? Are you getting what I'm saying? We put such a big label on ourselves, and all our life we battle to take out this label. Or what we do, we battle to live up to that label. Example, I don't know, I can't see the list of participants here. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, yes. Yes. So for example, I see Amni has been responding. Okay. So example, Sahu decides that she's an introvert. What? Sahu decides that she's an introvert. Now she or he, please forgive me. Okay. If you can unmute and say something, maybe I will get more clarity. Okay. So let's say Sahu decides that they are an introvert, third person I'm going to use. Okay. So they are an introvert. Now let's say they go to a party. Okay. They go to a party and then there are 5-10 people and everybody is talking to each other. And then what happens inside us? I'm an introvert. I'm not supposed to talk so much. I don't like to talk. What we do is, instead of being available to the present moment in front of us, we put a label in front of our forehead and we behave in a particular way. Whereas an extrovert might think, no, I'm an extrovert. I'm supposed to go and interact with everybody. Of course, certain part of it is natural. Certain part of it is you naturally go and interact with people. Certain part you naturally refrain or restrain from meeting with people. But even though inside, sometimes you want to be quiet by yourself, you are expected to be an extrovert because people call you an extrovert, or you call yourself an extrovert. How many of us have experienced this? Because I put a label on myself, like I'm a kind of person, I'm this kind of person, I'm that kind of person, I'm da 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 kind of person, and therefore I'm expected to behave in those particular set of behavior patterns, and therefore it's a struggle for me to behave accordingly. Isn't it so? Such a foolish thing to do. Why? Because our value system is based on somebody else's definition of life. Isn't it? No? It is very important that you realize that our minds and our life should be like water. What? Should be like water. The more we learn to train our mind to be like water, the more you will embed yourself into the situation, into the event, or along with the person, and you will do your work and move forward. You will not get caught up with that. The reason why we are unable to be compassionate, why we are unable to be so loving, why our leadership skills are not coming so much, why all these things are happening, because we are caught up in the whirlpool of our own thoughts, our own emotions, our own expectations, our own issues, that we are unable to come out and project the true nature of who I am, project the extraordinary qualities that are already in me. All of you said, I'm human being, I'm human being, I'm human being. But if you are really that human being, where is the confidence hiding? Are you getting what I'm saying? So all the virtues, virtue matlab, you know, right? All the good qualities in you are already in you. You don't have to go every day to the terrace and then shout yourself saying, I am good, I am amazing, or then you close your eyes and say, I am amazing, I'm superb, I'm optimistic. Da, 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 da. You don't need to do all that. What you simply need to do is bring your mind to the present moment. That is where spirituality comes. That's where the ability to manage one's mind comes. That's where the art of living comes. Where through different techniques, through different tricks, through different steps, you somehow arrive at the ability to manage one's own mind, one's own emotions, one's own thoughts, then suddenly what happens? You become so much more refined. You are able to speak what you think. You are able to communicate better. You are able to, instead of getting affected by people, you impact people. Instead of looking for inspiration, you become an inspiration. Instead of constantly seeking motivation, you deliver motivations to thousands of people. Suddenly your life from struggling becomes celebration. Why? Because the very activity of climbing a mountain, if you don't like it, becomes struggle. If you like it, becomes a challenge. So did the mountain change? Did the trekking equipment change? Did your body change? Suddenly you became John Abraham or Hrithik Roshan or I don't know these days Varun Dhawan. Did you suddenly become that? Did you suddenly become Neeraj Chopra that suddenly you will start enjoying? No, nothing changed, my dear. The mountain didn't change, your body didn't change, your hairstyle didn't change, your trekking equipment didn't change, nothing changed. The only thing changed is your internal phenomena, that is your mind, your intellect, your memory, your ego, your thoughts, your emotions. That is what changed. And the moment you learn to flip that, inside you very consciously, you need to flip the switch. In your house you have that switch, right, where you switch on the fan switches, then you switch off the fan switches off, isn't it so? Same way you must learn to switch from the struggle mode to the challenge mode, then eventually from the challenge mode to the celebrate mode. You don't believe? I'll give you an example. Say you are climbing a mountain, okay? Then with you is, since I see that there are many young students here, with you there is the person you like, which is a girl or a boy, and then the person they like. So there are three people. You like someone and they like someone else. Okay, now you're going up the mountain. How does the trek feel? Like a struggle. Oh God, isn't it? Now remove the third person. You remove the third person. Okay, now there is you and the person you like. Now what will you do through the entire trek? You will make an effort to express your love, your like, your affection, your infatuation, your whatever, isn't it so? Suddenly you take it as a challenge to win their heart, isn't it? From struggle, suddenly it has become challenge. Now she likes you, you like her, you like him, he likes you, both are going for a fun camping trek. Now is it a challenge? Is it a struggle? Or is it a happy, jolly ride that you take? It's a fun time, isn't it? These two people are not real people. They are your mind and your thoughts, or your mind and your intellect. Chamka, if you like the mind and the mind likes you back, life is set. But if you like the mind and mind likes something else, you want to go to the gym and work out, mind likes ice cream, donuts, Krispy Kreme, then it's an issue, boss. Then what will you express values? Where will human values come? Isn't it? That is the fun. In fact, it is so bad, it becomes so worse. I'll tell you how worse it becomes if you don't tame this mind. A dog, if you bring some food next to it, a dog, you bring a piece of food, and the dog, you know what it does? Look at me very nicely, okay? It's going to smell, and it knows in an instant of a smell that it's not supposed to eat that. Human beings, we fellows, we smell, we taste, we see, we touch. Everything says don't eat this. It's filled with white flour, white sugar. It's filled with such a cold temperature. It's not good for your body. But what is the mind inside saying? Bring it on. Let us eat it. So the intellect in you, the value system in you that is protecting your own body is being thrown in the dustbin, and your mind, the carnal instinct of you has won over. Isn't it? Isn't it so? How many times you wanted to study and you ended up sleeping? How many times you wanted to do your dream project and you ended up dreaming instead of the project? Are you getting it? Right? So it's so critical that you understand the fact that the very idea of being a human being comes only and only when your mind is cultured. In literal sense, being a human means one who has restraint over the monkey mind. Getting it? Because only one who has restraint over the monkey mind is available and present to the present moment. Otherwise, the mind is everywhere, all over the place. चमक रहा है आलू. Yeah, beautiful. It's 4:20. Chalo, I will take some questions now. Okay, you have some questions? Any questions? Don't ask me tough questions. Silence has only two reasons. One, you understood everything and you're in wonder. Or everything went above you and you're still in wonder. What the hell happened? So which one is this? Did it go like this or did it go like that? Is there any key to turn a problem into challenge? See, it is not an external thing, or it's not a thing that you continue to tell yourself, come on, I need to look at this as a challenge. I need to look at this as a challenge. I should not look at it as a problem. It's never going to work like that. It is a simple, see, it is like this. Okay, let us say, Raviji, you have a bracelet in your hand. Oh, let us say you have specs. You're wearing specs, right? Beautiful. Can you put them back on? Is he listening to me? Okay, I think there is a lag in the voice. Okay, so Raviji, imagine you lost your spectacles now. Okay, and you're searching for them everywhere. What? You're searching for them in the house. You're searching for them in the college. You're searching for them in every corner of the street near your house. Okay, then you come to example. You meet me, and then you say, Manas, I think I lost my specs and I'm unable to find them. Okay. What am I going to say? I'm going to say, okay, now take this into a challenge, and then I'm not going to say all that. I'm going to say simply, I'm going to put a mirror to your face and I'm going to say, hey, look, the specs are just above your head. They're just sitting here. You forgot about them. They're actually sitting like this. And then the very moment I told you that you have found the specs, did you do anything else to know? Did you do anything else to find? The very fact that you are aware that specs is with you, you have already found it. Are you getting what I'm saying? The very finding of the specs is giving you the knowledge. Same way in life, the very awareness of the problem itself turns into challenge. It is not something that we tell ourselves, but it is the very fact that yes, this is happening to me right now, right here, and I have two choices. Either I can sulk about it, I can creep about it, I can cry about it, I can whine about it, or I can tell myself this is a great challenge for me, because either way I have to go through it. You're in a Mumbai local train and suddenly the nature calls you so urgently. You can't jump out of the train. You can't jump out of the train, nor can you do it in the train. Now what to do? You either can cry about the experience and say, oh God, or you can say, whoa man, what an experience this is. I really need to hold it together, and literally need to hold it together, right? So what changes is the perspective inside, and what is required, well, a little bit of meditation will help you. A little bit of meditation will help you. I think that's where Art of Living is doing phenomenal work, making so many young people discover the secrets of the mind. Just 10-20 minutes of meditation, just 20 minutes, and then the rest of the day they're so creative, they're so energetic, they're so focused, they're so alert, they're so concentrated. So do a little bit, reach out. I think we have Nikita. She will drop her number in the chat. You reach out to her, she will connect with you and she can help you find a meditation practice. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. Done? Any other questions are there? What should be the content of value education to make it complete? How do values relate to our day-to-day living? See, that is something that should come from all of you, because it is you who is in the education system. It is you who knows the gaps. It is you who knows what needs to be added where. For me, what I think is we are so constantly being told to do something, we are not told how to do. Example, come on, you should concentrate, you should focus. How to concentrate? How to focus? Don't get angry. How not to get angry? I think the very ability to manage one's own emotions, one's own mind, one's own mental cognitive abilities, I think is very important in students' lives. And once that is being integrated into modern day education, naturally value system is a byproduct. Because an awareful being, see, if you are aware, will you stamp the frog under you? You will not stamp. You stamp it by mistake. Isn't it so? Because you are not aware, you stamp. That's my whole point. I'm not interested in teaching you ethics. I'm not interested in teaching you morals. I'm not interested in teaching you values. I'm telling you, boss, अपने आप को हम थोड़ा सा अपग्रेड करें, अपना मन को अगर हम संभाले, तो वैल्यू सिस्टम इज वेटिंग फॉर यू इन योर ओन हार्ट. If you only go out with a begging bowl, what will you serve others? First you fill your cup, then you serve, you take your cup and then you share your cup with everybody, with 5 people. If you say with the empty cup I am going to serve, you are bound to get angry, because people will not take your empty cup. People will not respect you for your empty cup. People will say, hey, jare bhag. Then you will not like it. Then what value system do you want to talk about? Instead, focus on something that is tangible. Focus on something that you can work. Focus on being filling your targets. Focus on learning to manage the mind. Rest all virtues are waiting for you in your own heart. See, no great leader in the world, okay, no great leader in the world said, I am going to do this because I am so selfish. Everybody said, okay, there is a problem in the society, I need to address this problem, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to address this problem. And in the process, what happened? They also faced a lot of problems, but what did they do? They came out through it shining. They came out like gold, and then people appreciated and valued them for who they are. So all that I'm saying is, you find ways to help people around you, and in the process learn to manage your own mind. And it's a simultaneous process. Okay? And it's a day-to-day thing here. Every day you need to wake up and say, today is the last day in my life and I'm going to live it 100%. Because what is the guarantee that it is not, right? Okay. Anything else? Don't ask me formal questions, because something needs to be asked. There is something that is really, something that's biting you, something that's pinching you, something that you really want to know. You think it is important for you, you can ask.
Sir, I have a question, like how we can keep a check on ourselves, whether we are valuably on a correct path or not.
Oh, yeah, beautiful question, Muskan. Do you drive a cycle? Do you ride a cycle?
Cycle? Yes, sir.
Yes, no?
I do. Yes, sir. Yes.
You ride, right? How do you know when the cycle is going to the left? When it's about to fall to the left, how do you know?
सर ऐसे लगता है we are about to fall.
लगता है ना, जीवन में भी जब कुछ ठीक नहीं कर रहे ना, अंदर लगता है. उस लगने की बात को देखो. एंड जब लगता है ना, साइकिल जब लेफ्ट को जा रहा है और लगता है, तो क्या करते हो? जाने देते हो? Do you let it go towards the left, or what do? You shift the weight to the right? You pull the cycle to the right, isn't it? At that time, do you ask somebody, how do I check if it's going left? You damn sure well know that you are going to the left, isn't it? समझ में आ रहा है? Your conscience will never fool you. That is why I started with that. Listen to your conscience inside, because it is the word of God. Don't think God is some supernatural activity that is happening somewhere in some universe. It is happening right in your heart, this moment, here and now. And the moment you know cycle is bending towards the left, you tilt it to the right, with your awareness. Same way, you know कुछ मैं गलत कर रही हूँ, इसके साथ रात में 2 बजे बात नहीं करना है, तो फोन काटो, सो जाओ, धीरे वापस आ जाओ, सेंटर में आ जाओ, है ना? उसको कोई और बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. हमारा इंटेलेक्ट, हमारा बुद्धि बताती है. जब हम बुद्धि का बात नहीं सुनते तो हम बुद्धू हो जाते. तो इसीलिए बुद्धि का बात सुनो और बुद्ध बनो, बुद्धू नहीं बनो. ठीक है? Got it?
सर, स्टूडेंट्स को कुछ टिप्स देंगे क्या आप? जब सब कुछ ऑनलाइन चल रहा है, एवरीथिंग इज ऑनलाइन, and we are not meeting our students face to face, so how can we connect them with same?
This is a great challenge for teachers. I think
Yes sir,
it is a great challenge. I think this is where the personal connection plays so much role. I wonder if a teacher is responsible for 60 students in her class, even an engineering student, I wonder in the semester does she or he make calls to all the 60 people. I wonder, I think in this era of online, I think if the teacher, even the student, both can make that extra effort to call each other, to talk to each other, to understand one's personal life. Of course, the teacher need not express her problems to the student, but at least teacher can inquire personally about the student as to ask, Muskan, are you okay? Are you happy? Are you able to study? Is there anything that I can help you with? Instead of keeping the communication one to many, I think along with one to many, if we can focus on one to one after the class. I know each one of us has our busy life, but if we really are interested in making that 100% change in the student's life, I think we must take out 15-20 minutes every day, call 2 students, and in a month you will be able to reach out to all the 60 students. And in a year, if you do this twice, the student will never forget you. The student will come to all classes that you take. I think it is the ability to connect personally at their personal level and understand what they are looking for. Because information is abundant and available on Google, but experience is authentic and is personal and intimate, and that is what people are looking for, an experience in life, because information is at their fingertips.
yes.
Okay, so how much it is important to be ethical and play a role for your society, but at the same time you want to be complete you want to be complete your dreams. Okay, you felt that you are wasting your time for those. Is that selfishness about me? See, Pratyush, this is a very indirect question and you are asking me a direct answer. Okay, this is but I will give you something. See, ethics, what are ethics? Ethics का बहुत फंडा definition है, बहुत base answer है, which means don't do to others what you don't want them to do to you. If you don't want to be cheated, don't cheat others. If you don't want to be left in the cold, you don't leave others in the cold. If you want to be treated happy, you treat others happily. The baseline of ethics simply means don't do what you don't want others to do. Okay, so if you want to be loyal, you want people to be loyal with you, you want people to be honest with you, you want your partner to be authentic with you, you better be authentic with them. Are you getting it? So in that context, don't compromise on ethics, because if you see in the world, in the beginning, unethical things seem to shoot up, but when they reach their peak, suddenly they fall, so like a pack of cards. But whereas an organization that is built on ethics for so long will never break, because its foundation is based on what everybody wants, not what you want, but it is based on a universally accepted phenomena, and therefore your foundation is stronger. Whereas unethical phenomena always results or comes from a selfish idea, therefore it is not universally accepted, and therefore your pack of cards is going to fall irrespective of how high you grow and how fast you grow, and you will not like it when it falls. So that is why, instead of that, don't think being unethical is compromising your growth. Instead, remember, being ethical is only a catalyst to your growth. Isn't it? Take how many business leaders, take how many presidents, all unethical presidents. What happened? They ruled for 10 years. Then what happened? Unka naamo nishan mit gaya. Unka jaake suicide kiye. Isn't it? What is the use of such a life? Isn't it? What is the use of having power and being unable to sleep at night? What is the use of having money and inability to spend that money? Why? तुमको कोका-कोला पीना है, डायबिटीज है, तुमको पिज्जा खाना है, हार्ट अटैक का प्रॉब्लम है, क्या करते भाई पैसा लेके? तुम क्रूज में जाते हो तो कब डूब जाएगा टेंशन है, मेरा पैसा भी डूब जाएगा, मैं भी डूब जाऊं, क्या करते हो उस जीवन का? क्या फायदा क्या है उस जीवन का? Right? So don't waste your time encouraging that idea, and don't pity yourself thinking, oh no, if this happens then that won't happen. Nothing like that, my dear. You are a blessed person. You have the ability to be ethical. You have the ability to transform life. Do it ethically, because that is the only way you can transform someone's life. That is the only way you can build an empire that is lasting for a long time. That is why even today Sri Rama has such a great reputation. Forget if he is God or not, but his reputation precedes him all the time. Why? Because he stood for an ethical life. Getting चमक रहा है ना? Super. Okay, madam, time up, right? So भागना पड़ेगा. So many questions came through. Anybody wants to connect with me, please reach out. They will share some links.
Please share.
They will share some links. They will share some link in the chat. Anything they have some question, they can reach out. Okay, you can share, no? Sure. Okay, madam. Anything else is there?
Any other query from anyone? I think, sir, the most important thing is कि ultimately आप खुश हो कि नहीं.
बिल्कुल.
Ultimately, with your facilities, with all your work, your home and all, आप खुश हो कि नहीं, ये स्टूडेंट्स को समझना है. तुम लोगों को ये समझना है कि आफ्टर 10 years आप खुश हो कि नहीं. तो अभी से उस पे वर्क करना है कि आपकी खुशी किस चीज में है. और मानस सर, आप टिप्स दे सकते हैं बच्चों को.
बस खुश रहो, ढेर सारा प्यार एंड शुभ्रता मैडम जैसे स्माइल करते रहो. बस और क्या चाहिए. लाइफ इज सपोज टू बी अ सेलिब्रेशन एंड ओनली अ पर्सन हु हैज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड दैट पीस इनसाइड, only such a person can celebrate. Okay, otherwise life is in pieces. So today's takeaway is be in peace, not in pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, please share your links.
Yeah, they will share. No, they have social media links, right?
Okay, okay. Pratyush, you copy and please share in our group also.
Okay.
मानस सर, wind up करें.
Yes, yes, madam. Whatever.
Over to Muskan again.
Muskan now has a big Muskan.
Sorry, I
Okay.
forgot to switch on my mic. Actually, there is a link of feedback form in a chat box, and I request everyone to fill this form. And thank you so much, sir, for such a great session. We are really grateful for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experiences to us. We are pleased to have your valuable contribution. This session was really inspirational and thought-provoking. Indeed, helpful for us. On the behalf of TechnoBiz in association with Startup Club under AICT's SPICE scheme, I would like to thank you for your gracious presence and truly memorable evening. Now, I would request Professor Shubham Lashore, sir, our today's session coordinator, to deliver a vote of
Thank you, Muskan.
thanks. So, thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. It was a great honor to have Mr. Manasram sir with us for today's session. Sir, I thank you for enlightening us with your knowledge. The session was full of knowledge and also it gave deep insights of the topic. Sir, I am pretty sure that your precious knowledge will definitely help our students. Once again, thank you, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule and sharing your immense knowledge with us. I would also like to thank our Vice Principal, Dr. Mrs. Manisha Sharma ma'am, for allowing us to organize such a wonderful session. Also, I would like to thank our convener for the Startup Club, Dr. Mrs. Shubrata Nagpal ma'am, all the faculty and the student team of the Startup Club who really worked hard to make this session successful. Thank you. Now, I would like to request everyone to please stand for the national anthem. Thank you. Back to Muskan.
Thank you, sir. I would request everyone to please switch on their cameras so that we can take a screenshot of it. Okay. Pratyush, is that done? Okay. With this, I wind up today's session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. See you in the next session. Bye bye.
Thank you everyone. And congratulations to Shubham and your team for making this event wonderful. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
one
ma'am.
and all.
Thank you, ma'am.